There are really two types of black towns. There are what's called the native towns. These are founded largely by people of African ancestry who lived among the 5 civilized tribes called freedmen. They pooled their parcels of land and later allotments to create all black towns like Tallahassee. And then there are black towns founded by what's called state Negroes. In other words, people of African descent who came from the South, migrated to Oklahoma in the late 1800s and the early 1900s. Towns like Boley, for example, Boley being the most enterprising of the all-black towns, and still remains to some extent. The idea was to create these black enclaves that would be self-governing. So not only would these black folks escape oppression, the oppressive conditions that they faced in the South, but they would also be able to demonstrate their industriousness and their capacity for self-governance. And that once they did that, and white people saw that, racism would then abate. That was the kind of philosophical, theoretical strategy that was employed that underlay these black towns. I sometimes describe at least the Greenwood district in Tulsa as a black town within a town. While it was part of Tulsa in theory, it was insular in fact. It had to create its own little economy, was beneficial to black people who lived there until it was destroyed. There are roughly a dozen all-black towns that are still surviving, and some of those that are surviving are hanging by a thread. The challenges are numerous, but the history is rich, and leveraging that history is what I think will enable at least some of the black towns to survive.